Welcome to the Louisiana Purchase Lewis and Clark Expedition Webquest, Part 6. In the last step, we learned about Sacagawea, who assisted Lewis and Clark in their journey, and about some of the Native American tribes that they encountered. In this Step 6, we're going to take a closer look at how Sacagawea assisted the Corps of Discovery. Let's start with this short video.
How did Sacagawea affect the Lewis and Clark expedition? Lewis and Clark built Fort Mandan and hunkered down for the winter. They began to look for guides to help them navigate their way west. Meanwhile, in February of 1805, Sacagawea gave birth to a son named Jean-Baptiste Charbonneau. Sacagawea preferred to call the baby Pomp or Pompey, which meant little dancing boy. Almost immediately, Lewis and Clark realized how helpful Sacagawea would be to their mission. Sacagawea spoke Hidatsa as well as Shoshone. The explorers knew that they would eventually need to meet up with the Shoshones to buy horses to carry supplies across the Rocky Mountains. They needed Sacagawea to help secure horses by translating between the explorers and the Native Americans. Lewis and Clark convinced Charbonneau and Sacagawea, with baby Pomp, to be among the 33 members of the Corps of Discovery as they continued on their journey to find the Northwest Passage. They set out with the Corps of Discovery in the spring of 1805. Baby Pomp was a little more than 2 months old, so Sacagawea carried him in a cradle board that was tied to her back. She was the only woman to be a part of the permanent Corps of Discovery group. The men of the Corps quickly realized how invaluable Sacagawea was. During the first weeks of the journey, the men of the Corps of Discovery relied on Sacagawea's ability to hunt and fish. She gathered baskets full of prairie turnips, red berries, white onions, and gooseberries to cook along with the meat and fish that was caught. Her gathering of root vegetables and berries helped to keep the explorers healthy. Sacagawea also proved that she could keep calm and make good decisions in a crisis. In May of 1805, she was traveling in a small boat with several men, including her husband at the helm. Suddenly, a squall hit and almost capsized the boat. Charbonneau panicked. As the boat began to fill with water, Sacagawea, baby strapped to her back, rescued all of the equipment and papers that were now floating in the river. Her level-headedness saved important papers, books, navigational instruments, and medicines. After saving these critical items, she had earned the respect and admiration of Captain Lewis.
Let's take a closer look at the Corps of Discovery as they start their expedition by reading the Freedom Flix chapter from Lewis and Clark Expedition, Chapter 2, The Missouri River. After you finish the reading, move to the Check for Understanding number 6. Follow that up with a formative set of questions and activity. Good luck, everybody.